Well, hello and good morning, folks. It's very early in the morning for me right now, but I wanted to get a pretty good set of important updates to you guys because there are a few things that are going on in the channel right now. So first off, let's just jump right into it. So the first thing that's happening right now is that I want you guys at the end of this video to put in the comments below any questions of any kind that you have for me. Yes, I'm having my Q&A session next week on Friday at whenever I upload my video. But today, this is the questions video. So if you guys have any questions you'd like to submit for me to answer on my Q&A video next Friday, please submit the questions below. As long as it's not a question asking for my name and my social security number and where I live, it's perfectly fine. And then our next thing, which I'd like to, voice crack, my bad. Our next thing which we're going to be doing is I want to announce that we're going to be starting a new Let's Play very, very soon. I've finished recording Deadlight. It's a very short game. It's only about 8 hours long. So all those parts are stocked up on my PC. So we're going to be uploading those sparsely throughout the week and getting that done. Crusader Kings 2 is starting to wrap up. We took over the Holy Roman Empire. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling that for anybody who may have not seen that part yet. But either way, we're really progressing very, very quickly in those two campaigns. And XCOM is just starting, so we have quite a ways to go with that. But we are starting a new Let's Play, and it's actually going to be a co-op Let's Play on Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai with my good friend ColdMeat247. If you take a look in the video description, I have a link to his channel to take a look at. He's got some great channel videos. I really like his XCOM Let's Play, and he's also got a pretty good, I also really like his current Barbarian Invasion Let's Play. But that's going to be happening most likely next weekend, so you guys can look forward. For those of you guys who haven't seen the Shogun 2 on my channel in a long time, we're going to be going back to the Shogun 2. Hope you guys really enjoy that. Now the second thing is, like I said in the update video for December, I announced there were a bunch of games I was going to be Let's Playing, and I'm still doing that. With Crusader Kings 2 wrapping up and Deadlight wrapping up, we have some room for new Let's Plays. So our next playthrough, I'm happy to announce, is going to be Victoria 2, A House Divided. I'll be back in a moment, guys, because I'm going to do something a little special for you all, because I haven't done this in a while. So give me a moment, and I will be back loaded up with Victoria 2. Alright, we are back with Victoria 2, guys. This is the main screen for selecting your own nation. Now, what I said that I was going to do, which is pretty special, it's something I did for a while, but I stopped doing it in my last couple Let's Plays, and we haven't done it in a while, is I'm going to give you guys the chance to select my faction that I'm going to be playing. I am going to limit you in what you can choose, but either way, I am going to give you a choice on what you guys want to see me playing. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Now, before I go into it, actually, I just want to give a brief overview of what Victoria 2 is, since most of you guys have only seen Crusader Kings 2 on my channel. For those of you guys who don't know what Victoria 2 is, it is a Paradox game that takes place during the Victorian era or the Industrial era. So we've got a lot of cool and dynamic stuff that occur in this series. We've got the revolutions of 1848, the industrialization of the European world, the colonization and imperialistic transfer of Africa, Asia, things like that, westernization of Japan. There's a lot of room for really cool stuff that happens in this game. It's not as character-based as Crusader Kings 2. We don't have characters, we don't have a dynasty, we just control a nation, but the economy, the decisions, the technologies, and how we run our military are much more in-depth than Crusader Kings 2. So this is going to be a challenge for me because I'm so used to Crusader Kings 2, but it still should be very, very fun. Okay, now, without further ado, let's take a look. So the countries I'm going to be willing to play in this Let's Play: 1. Sardinia Piedmont. It's a very interesting game. Sardinia Piedmont is actually my personal choice because even though it's landlocked by Austria and France, it has a very interesting campaign where it has potential to massively expand. Because Sardinia Piedmont, in history, the architect Cavour was the ruler of Sardinia Piedmont. Cavour in the 19th century was actually the first leading architect towards unifying Italy under the King of Sicily. So it's actually going to be that campaign is very interesting and it's very historical almost. So that's going to be one. The second campaign I'm going to be willing to play is Sweden. Now Sweden is an interesting game. I haven't done really well as them yet, but I think it's just because I don't know, I know how to play the game, but I'm not, a master at it yet. But it's still a very fun game. You can really, Sweden's main goal, if I were to play as them, were to were to be unite Denmark and modern-day Finland, and then I would make the Kingdom of Scandinavia, which would actually be pretty interesting. So Sweden's also pretty interesting to play, especially since they have such a high population and literacy rate already. So they actually get technologies very fast. So far that's Sardinia, Piedmont, and Sweden. My third nation would be Prussia. Now Prussia, as you guys know, if anyone knows their history, Prussia is a very interesting country in the industrial era. We've got Otto von Bismarck, the unification of Prussia into the German Confederation, and finally the creation of the German Empire itself. So Prussia is a very, very large nation, so it's an easy start, but it's a very fun nation because we get to form the German Confederation. And that's also, it's already a great power, so it's pretty interesting. So far Sweden, Prussia, Sardinia, Piedmont, and then our last one is going to be on the opposite end of the world, and that's going to be Japan. Now, I know Quill18 has a really great Let's Play for those of you guys who may watch that, and I've been watching that a while, and it's actually, it kind of almost inspired me to try a Japan campaign, and it's actually very, very fun. Japan starts out as a primitive nation. It's not considered civilized. A nation in this game is not considered civilized until you westernize, and to westernize it takes time and reforms. So Japan is very interesting though because it has such a high literacy rate and such a high population that it can westernize very quickly, and then it can use that westernization to get gunpowder weapons, flintlock rifles, and then breech loading rifles, and then it can use that to its advantage. And I can actually technically take over Korea, and I can even take on the Chinese Empire by the end of the campaign. So those are our four choices: Japan, Prussia, Sardinia, Piedmont, and Sweden. I'll be putting 4 comments below individually for each nation. Make sure you guys like the one that you want to see in this campaign. Don't like more than one, please. That'll just kind of skew the data. Please just like which single nation you want me to play. Now, without further ado, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm looking forward to giving you guys some more videos in this evening. See you guys again later.